The Friends Cartel, written by King Jazz. Chapter 1. The Sit Down, 2007, El Barrio. The old man sat patiently in the back of a dusty Mexican restaurant that reeked of poverty and cooked grease. He glanced at his gold-plated Timex watch. The meeting should have started 30 minutes ago. Still, patience was one of his greatest weapons. This deal could set him and his family up for life, he thought. The old man was never late. Always arrived 15 minutes early. A habit from his military days that adapted well to the underworld. It kept him 2 steps ahead of enemies, which had grown by the dozens over the years. Finally, a young, heavy-set waitress approached him with quiet urgency. "Hola, amigo. Can I help you?" she asked. The princess-cut diamonds on her wedding ring gleamed like chandeliers. "I'm a friend of the friend, senora." The code word. It meant he was here for a sit-down with Don Ricardo. "Bueno, senor." "Gracias," the old man replied. She grabbed a menu and moved swiftly toward the back of the bar. From the shadows of a hallway, a brolic, bald-headed man stepped into the light. A jaguar tattoo etched across his skull, the symbol of strength and courage. He was a serious man. A few customers saw him and promptly left, paying their checks without finishing their meals. Once the coast was clear, the man stepped forward. "Stand up, Essa," he ordered, both hands gripping twin chrome .38 revolvers on his hips. The old man obeyed without protest, arms spread. It would have been disrespectful to bring a pistol to a meeting like this, but earning trust was a small price to pay. The Friends Cartel controlled nearly 80% of the pure cocaine flowing into the States, straight from Mexico's poppy fields. Once the Vado confirmed he was clean, he nodded and led the way down the hallway. At a wooden door, he knocked twice. "Si, soldado. Ingresar." The guard motioned for the old man to enter first and followed close behind. Adrenaline surged through the old man's body. He hated not being in control, but ego was a weak emotion in the concrete jungle, one that could lead to an early grave. The scent of cedar, cigar smoke, and tobacco filled the business room. Through the haze sat a powerful figure at the head of the table, Don Ricardo. 2 heavily armed men stood beside him, one on each end of the room. They said nothing, only watched. "It's a pleasure to meet you, Don Ricardo," the old man said, bowing his head. A show of respect. "I'm glad you made it, Mr. Jones. Please have a seat." The plush leather seat was soft as pillows, cool to the touch. "I'm curious," the Don said, removing his spotless white cowboy hat and placing it gently on the table. "Why do they call you the old man? You're young. Youth is on your side. You people don't seem to age a bit. I've been called that since I was a boy. They said I was ahead of my time. It stuck." The Don chuckled. I see. But enough small talk. Let's discuss business. I hear your hand reaches far across the Carolinas. They say you're an honorable man. I keep my ear to the streets. Better to be the wolf than the sheep," Mr. Jones replied. "A fair assessment," said Don Ricardo. "But everyone says the right thing when they want something. The question is, what do you want?" The old man paused, not out of fear, but calculation. This wasn't the time for wasted words. "I want a seat at the table, to be a friend of the cartel." Don Ricardo's eyes lit up like moonlight on an open sea. The ball's on this one, he thought. A black man asking for a seat at the royal table of the cartel? He hid his offense behind a smile. Whoa, that's a tall order. You don't even understand what that means. The cartel comes before everything. Even your family is second. Your wife, your daughter, your sons. If you're called for duty, you respond. Excuses get men killed. There comes a moment in every man's life when he must choose what he's willing to sacrifice. Either you boss up, or someone bosses up on you. I understand, the old man said. I'm down for whatever needs to be done. The cartel comes first, even before my family. Don Ricardo studied him closely. The words sounded right, but trust was expensive. Okay then, you want to be a friend of ours? The Don said slowly. Prove yourself. Handle this and we'll talk. He nodded toward a flat screen mounted behind him. The man on the screen was someone the old man knew well. A former mayor with a strong reputation in the black community, now running for governor of North Carolina and publicly vowing to crush the cartel's cocaine pipeline. This man is the problem, Don Ricardo said. Bad for business, bad for this thing of ours. Can you handle it, being that you're a native to the land? The old man kept his voice steady. Consider it done, but when it's handled, I want exclusivity in North Carolina. Nothing more, nothing less. Don Ricardo smiled. Closed mouths don't get fed, do they? Handle this, and I'll make you a very wealthy man, senor. Mucho dinero. Hombre número uno. They raised their glasses in silent agreement, a new alliance born in smoke and shadows. Stay tuned for Chapter 2. Stars and Stripes only on Kingdom Books TV. Like, comment, and subscribe.